It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and the focus is on Jacoby Myers. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Lions on Monday night.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. Meanwhile, for visiting Virginia Beach, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Goff. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. The give to the fullback on the dive. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Called a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Goff. Open man right side, Myers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
A shotgun snap for Goff, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On the give, this is their fullback. right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Goff now looking to throw. It's Myers again with another catch. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 66 yards.
And you can tell early they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Goff. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dreadnoughts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's good to make it 7-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
2nd and 10. St. Brown in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. It's Brian Branch with it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. Now, he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's now 3rd down.
3rd and 20. Looking to throw. Posey. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that was definitely a surprise there. Handed to the big guy on 1st down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the 2nd level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Now a carry here for their fullback. Gets past 1 man and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll run it here. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dreadnoughts are able to stretch out their lead and make it now a pair of touchdowns for the big man out of the backfield.
I'm not sure this was in the game plan, but boy, it's working to perfection. And I know one person has a big grin on his face now, and that's that big guy has found his way into the end zone twice in this game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Lions now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's good. For the Lions, first down.
Back to throw. Posey. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. There he goes, left side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw now on first down. And that's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw again. Finds Gibbs on the check down. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Elijah Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Goff now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Operating from the gun, Posey. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Patrick Mahomes, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And things didn't work out for him, as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Looking to throw. Posey. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
That went out wide and intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And they'll go on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Gone. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A game of 15. First down,
and they'll go with a ground attack here. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll run it here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Gibbs straight ahead. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Under pressure, and down he goes. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
That's caught by Tucker. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards for number 11. And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Out of the gun. Goff. Flush to his right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Goff. Open man is Myers. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Goff. That is caught. He's got room to roam. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 35 yards. And the Dreadnoughts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Operating from the gun, Underwood. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Detroit. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Goff. He finds his man complete. That's Myers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go with a ground attack here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Goff. He finds his man complete. It's Myers. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Goff. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll go down at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll run it here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Goff now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead. Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Throwing to start the drive. Posey. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Posey. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. Will go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Posey. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Posey. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Posey. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.